Have you ever wondered if your C++ code is really as efficient as it could be? If you're curious about guaranteed copy elision and how it works with function parameters, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into this intriguing topic. I totally get it. The idea of copy elision can be confusing, especially with all the changes introduced in C++ 17. You're not alone in this. Many developers are scratching their heads over whether copies are really optimized away in certain scenarios. Let's look at the specific question at hand. One user asked, does guaranteed copy elision work with function parameters? They provided a code snippet and wanted to know if copies would be optimized away when passing arguments to a function. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what exactly is guaranteed copy elision? In simple terms, it's a compiler optimization that allows the compiler to eliminate unnecessary copying of objects. This can lead to significant performance improvements, especially in resource-intensive applications. But does it apply to function parameters? Let's find out. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand copy elision better, but also gain insights that can enhance your coding practices. To understand guaranteed copy elision with function parameters, the user should first recognize that starting from C++ 17, certain optimizations are applied. In the first example, the user has a function that returns a temporary object. In this case, when the user calls myfunc, no copy is made. The temporary object is directly constructed in the location where it is needed. This is known as return value optimization. Now let's look at the second example, where the user passes a foo object as a parameter. The question is whether copies will be optimized away in this scenario. In this case, when the user calls myfunc with a temporary foo object, a copy is still made for the parameter. However, the return value can still benefit from copy elision. To summarize, while guaranteed copy elision applies to return values, it does not eliminate copies for function parameters. The user should keep this distinction in mind when writing C++ code. Fun fact, the term copy elision sounds like a magic trick, but it's all about making your code run faster without unnecessary overhead. Who knew coding could be so enchanting? Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. The user explains that guaranteed copy elision does apply to function parameters, but with some nuances. In the first example, no copies are made when returning a temporary object. However, in the second example, while one default constructor is called, a move may occur when returning the parameter. Yet, this move can also be elided, meaning the compiler might optimize it away entirely. Here's a pro tip. Always be mindful of how you pass objects to functions. Using references or pointers can sometimes be more efficient, especially if you're dealing with large objects. And there you have it. You now understand how guaranteed copy elision works with function parameters. Keep experimenting with your code, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into C++ and programming best practices.